They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started.
Lauren London's name has suddenly appeared among Diddy's jewelry collection, and it's got everyone talking. What's her connection to this high-profile federal case?
Lauren London. Okay, so I'm not surprised that her name has entered the chat as far as potential witnesses. Her and Cassie were really, really good friends. What I did not know, I guess my ear just ain't that close to the streets, yeah. But what I did not know is that after Nipsey passed, that Diddy paid for her security.
Lauren had close TIs with both Diddy and Cassie in the past. But after that hotel hallway footage emerged, showing Diddy physically confronting Cassie, Lauren remained silent. She didn't comment or stand up for Cassie, nothing at all. That silence has caught people's attention, but that's only the beginning of the controversy.
Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie.
For years, there have been ongoing rumors suggesting Diddy might have been involved in Nipsey Hussle's tragic death. And here's where things take a surprising turn. Some are now suggesting Lauren might have been used to get close to Nipsey, allegedly acting as a decoy to monitor him for Diddy. It might sound far-fetched, but these whispers have lingered online and within industry circles for a long time. Now, with Lauren's name turning up in court records related to Diddy's legal battles, what was once idle speculation is becoming the subject of serious discussion, adding to the tension. Recent reports allege that Nipsey's brother, Blacc Sam, has reportedly distanced himself from Lauren. The reason? These controversial allegations linking her to Diddy. And if you know Sam, you know he's been fiercely protective of Nipsey's legacy from the beginning. If he's pulling back now, it speaks volumes. Clearly, there's more happening out of public view than anyone is openly admitting. So, what kind of interactions actually took place between Lauren and Diddy? As Diddy's major federal trial gets underway, both the prosecution and defense are meticulously reviewing a list of over 100 potential jurors looking for individuals who can stay impartial amid the intense media frenzy. Jury selection began on Monday, May 5th, and it quickly became intense. A major part of the process involved presenting a long list of names associated with the case and asking potential jurors if any sounded familiar. That list reportedly included around 190 names, packed with prominent celebrities, music artists, and insiders. And one name that immediately stood out was Lauren London. Her inclusion didn't seem like a fluke. Quiet speculation has been circulating for a while now, suggesting that Lauren might have had a deeper involvement with Diddy's inner circle than many realize. And we're not just talking about casual celebrity interactions or red carpet appearances. Sources are hinting that she may have been tied to some of the private, strategic decisions Diddy made behind the scenes.
Okay, you have to tell me. You're just telling me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there? And what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue. And if you have a spiritual relationship with someone on earth, you will have one with them when you leave earth. So I did this 2-day seminar on death.
And this was how long ago?
I had to be 25.
What sent you there? Do you find that weird though?
I'm weird.
No, it's not weird that you would go. It's almost like you were preparing yourself for what you would have to deal with.
Well, I told you I didn't have connection to earth at a young age.
I know, but you don't find that as you were preparing yourself for what you were going to have to deal with.
Well, that we're all going to have to do.
After Nipsey Hussle's tragic passing in 2019, quiet speculations began to intensify. People started connecting dots, noting that Lauren was allegedly the one who introduced Nipsey to Diddy. That connection is significant. Not long after they met, Diddy stepped in as the executive producer for Nipsey's Victory Lap album, something that raised quite a few questions. But here's the key detail. Victory Lap was nearly complete at that point. Diddy wasn't involved from the beginning. Nipsey had previously suggested he simply wanted some feedback, maybe advice on the finishing touches. Yet somehow, Diddy managed to convince him that more work was needed. The fact that Lauren was closely connected to Diddy during that time adds another layer to the situation.
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie Buck.
This particular detail has been sparking questions for years. And now, what used to be quiet speculation is escalating into full-blown conversation. Some sources claim that this ongoing link between Lauren and Diddy could be the real reason Nipsey's brother, Blacc Sam, allegedly began to distance himself from her.
Really?
Puff pulled me aside and was like, look, bud, you have showed everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility. I hope he doesn't mind me.
And that's no minor detail. What complicates things further is that after Nipsey's death, it wasn't Lauren who was appointed to manage his legacy, it was Sam. He was officially given control over Nipsey's estate. That meant Sam was responsible for handling Nipsey's finances, managing his assets, and ensuring his children would be financially supported going forward.
And Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up.
According to court records published by Radar Online in January 2022, Sam petitioned a Los Angeles judge for more time to wrap up unresolved matters related to the estate. The court approved the request, giving him the flexibility to address outstanding issues. By November 2023, a final ruling was made on how to divide Nipsey's $11.3 million estate. The decision was to split it equally between his two children, his son Cross and his daughter Imani. But here's where things get more specific. Lauren was granted authority over Cross's portion. That includes control over segments of Nipsey's financial accounts and a 50% stake in his business holdings, most notably the Marathon clothing brand. On the other hand, Sam was given legal guardianship of Imani, along with control of her share of the estate. Despite their shared responsibilities in supporting Nipsey's children, it's clear there are significant strains in the trust and perhaps even in their relationship. The court assigned Sam guardianship of Imani because her mother, Tanisha Foster, was legally found unfit to provide care. That decision placed a great deal of responsibility on Sam emotionally as well as financially. Then, in March 2023, Sam made another major announcement. Both Cross and Imani were officially named part owners of the Marathon store. This wasn't just about business, it was about continuing a legacy. Sam stated clearly, when I say we own it, it's in Hussle's kids' names. He emphasized that this was what Nipsey had worked so hard to create, something he had built from the ground up and something he wanted his children to inherit. This move wasn't just about merchandise, it was about laying a foundation, establishing something meaningful and lasting for the next generation. Sam also pointed out that having a physical brick-and-mortar store reinforced everything Nipsey stood for: ownership, community, and building generational wealth.
From my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene because he know what's going on in that parking lot, and had a conversation. Probably seen nobody was in the doorways. Checked Hussle had on shorts. Checked everybody else. Left. They say came back with a red shirt on. Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when it come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS, that's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into it.
When it comes to Lauren, Sam has consistently kept things respectful in public. He's never spoken out against her or caused any public tension, which makes sense considering she's the mother of Nipsey's child. Nobody wants to stir up unnecessary conflict. However, behind the scenes, the situation appears different. According to individuals close to Sam, he and Lauren never truly got along, and things reportedly became more strained as Sam began to realize how closely connected Lauren had been with Diddy. Take it back to March 31st, 2019, the day Nipsey was tragically killed in front of his Marathon store in South Los Angeles. The hip-hop community was shocked. It was hard to understand why would someone who had done so much for his neighborhood be targeted like that. That's when speculation began to spread. Industry insiders and whistleblowers began drawing connections, trying to make sense of what had happened. One of the more vocal figures was Jaguar Wright. She didn't hold back. She openly suggested that Nipsey's death might have been part of a larger industry scheme. According to her, Lauren London wasn't involved with Nipsey just because of love. She claimed the entire relationship was allegedly orchestrated as part of a broader plan involving Diddy and the powerful figures he said to answer to.
You know, my brother is putting out the album Victory Lap. Yeah. The All-Star Weekend here in LA. Yeah. The love is back in the air. Yeah, all that. The music is in a certain pocket.
Jaguar went even further. She claimed Lauren was deliberately placed in Nipsey's life to monitor him, track his actions, and report back, essentially suggesting she was working undercover within his inner circle. And Jaguar didn't stop with that claim.
With the biggest rapper at the time, everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip. Diddy.
She brought up another controversial topic, the case surrounding Dr. Sebi. For those unfamiliar, Dr. Sebi was a herbalist who claimed to have natural remedies for serious diseases like AIDS and cancer. His teachings earned both strong supporters and powerful adversaries. Some believe he was silenced due to the nature of his work. Why is this relevant? Because Nipsey was working on a documentary about Dr. Sebi, hoping to highlight his message and legacy. That's when, according to Jaguar, things became even more suspicious. She alleged that once Diddy took on the role of mentor during the final phase of Nipsey's Victory Lap album, his involvement wasn't just about the music. Instead, Jaguar claimed Diddy's role was more about narrative control, directing Nipsey away from potentially dangerous territory and shielding the industry from exposure. Some observers now believe Diddy may have deliberately delayed the album's release. The speculation is that he was trying to find a way to tie the Bad Boy label to the project or use Nipsey's growing influence to make Bad Boy relevant once more. In another interview, Jaguar doubled down on her earlier claims, reiterating that Lauren's involvement with Nipsey wasn't solely based on love. She repeated that Lauren was supposedly placed in his life as part of a calculated move. According to her, the entire goal was to create a link between Nipsey and Diddy.
School, I'ma teach myself. Made my first meal on my own. I don't need your help. All black, city council meeting.
We gotta go back to the break. We gonna go back to the break. We're gonna do the clap again.
I'm gonna clap all night,
Yeah, I would.
Find me out different places. Let's spoke by the door, it's there for chase. Double back there,
Lauren, I cracked you up.
The idea was to gradually bring Nipsey into a powerful inner circle, then keep him stuck in a system he couldn't easily leave. But the connections don't stop there. There's also Lauren's close associate, Capricorn Clark. This is where things get more complicated. In a notable episode of his prison podcast, Suge Knight made a surprising claim. He alleged that Diddy physically confronted one of his female assistants because she didn't alert him that Cassie had reportedly been in contact with Kid Cudi. The assistant in question? According to Suge, it was Capricorn Clark. While there's no official confirmation linking Capricorn to Lauren by family, people online have noticed how close they appeared to be. That observation has sparked speculation. Some think they might be related. Others suggest it's just a deep, long-standing friendship.
Conversations did you and Diddy have? Because you and Diddy formed a relationship, I assume through Lauren London and Cassie.
Yeah. Bug threw me the alley-oop, you know.
Oh, you hooked you up with Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Then, shortly after news broke in November 2023 that Diddy had quietly settled the lawsuit with Cassie, Capricorn posted something that drew attention. It wasn't a direct comment, but it carried significant weight. She shared a cryptic Bible verse on Instagram and it quickly got people talking. Many saw it as a subtle message or possibly a warning. The timing was especially notable, landing just after the settlement, which made it hard to dismiss as coincidence. Within Diddy's circle, very little ever feels accidental. The post read, "Don't take the path of the wicked, don't follow those who do evil. Stay away from that path. Don't even go near it, turn around and go another way." She followed that up with a more pointed comment, "Doors be unlocked. You got to be willing to walk away from the money. Full stop." 2011 was hell. Tragic Kingdom, the timing and wording led many to interpret the post as deeply meaningful, especially given what was unfolding with Diddy. Still, despite all the public accusations against him, Capricorn hasn't publicly addressed her years working alongside him, which has raised some eyebrows. Back in 2017, she gave an interview to Grail, revealing she had been the global brand director for Bad Boy Records and worked as Diddy's personal assistant from 2001 through 2012, over a decade at his side. Yet, she never publicly shared why she left. At the time, rumors floated that Diddy had fired her over alleged theft. But with Suge Knight's recent podcast claims, a new possibility emerged. He alleged that Diddy assaulted Capricorn in a heated moment, supposedly because she hadn't warned him about Cassie and Kid Cutie. If true, it changes the entire picture. Perhaps Capricorn wasn't fired, perhaps she chose to walk away after that alleged incident. And given her executive role, it's likely she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. But here's the key point, NDAs don't protect criminal behavior.so. Why has she stayed silent, even now, with Diddy under federal investigation and unable to retaliate? That silence has left many wondering what or who she might still be protecting. There's more. Capricorn was also reportedly very close to Cassie during her time with Diddy. So now, fans are asking if Lauren was closely connected with Capricorn. Could she have been involved too? Some even speculate Lauren may have worked for Diddy in a quiet, behind-the-scenes role, possibly witnessing or even being present at some of those rumored private gatherings. And one more thing, after Cassie parted ways with Diddy, Lauren didn't distance herself. On the contrary, she maintained her connection with him. Meanwhile, her relationship with Cassie seemed to cool off. In fact, Lauren even praised Diddy, saying he gave her the strength to speak at Nipsey's funeral. That kind of loyalty, especially in the wake of everything, has left many people questioning what really went on. That moment we lost, never fold, was the emotion Lauren shared during her tribute to Nipsey. But what really caught people's attention came from a 2022 interview she did with Angie Martinez. In it, Lauren revealed that she hadn't originally planned to speak at Nipsey's memorial. She didn't feel she had the strength. Then Diddy stepped in, gave her a few words of encouragement, and convinced her to take the stage. At first glance, this might seem like a supportive gesture, but for some observers, it came across differently, more like Diddy taking control of a highly emotional moment. So when Lauren walked out and spoke, a few people started to question whether that moment was just about honoring Nipsey or if it also reflected a quiet show of loyalty to Diddy. What made things even more complicated was her relationship with Cassie. Lauren and Cassie were believed to be extremely close best friends who were often seen together. But when the unsettling hotel footage surfaced showing Diddy allegedly assaulting Cassie in a hallway, Lauren didn't say a word. No public support, no message for Cassie, no statement on behalf of women who may have experienced similar abuse. That silence said a lot. Lauren wasn't an outsider, she was part of that circle, someone who knew the people involved personally. So her choice not to speak while the public responded loudly didn't go unnoticed. Some fans began to question her motivations, and now that Lauren's name has surfaced during Diddy's ongoing legal battles, people are revisiting those concerns. They're asking whether her silence has always been about loyalty to Diddy. Rumors have also started resurfacing claims that Lauren might know more about what really happened to Nipsey than she shared. And although no concrete evidence has come to light, there's a growing group of fans who believe Diddy may have played a role in Nipsey's death even if he wasn't directly responsible.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hussle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like.
One fan tweeted, "Weird she had a baby with Wayne, was messing with Diddy, best friends with Cassie, and then made a point to meet Nipsey at his store. Just saying Nip really loved her. The pain is for his kids." Another person added, "Diddy had something to do with Nip's death." Watch that interview between them. Diddy was one of the first people I thought of when it happened. That's the energy online right now. People are rewatching old interviews, analyzing old connections, and revisiting everything from rumors about honeypot setups to Nipsey's TIs to Dr. Sebi. Now with Lauren's name being mentioned in the legal storm surrounding Diddy, the speculation has only intensified. So here's the question, are people on the internet going too far with these theories about Diddy and Lauren? Or is there a deeper truth that just hasn't come out yet? Could Lauren know more than she's let on? Let us know what you think in the comments. Share your thoughts, don't hold back. And if you've been following this story closely, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and tap the bell so you're always in the loop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.